eyes. And bring your hands to rest on your thighs or your knees. And begin to follow your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your breath with each inhalation and exhalation. And turn your palms up. Bring the index fingers and thumbs together in the Gyan Mudra. And just allow the energy of the room, of the outdoors, to enter into the palms of your hands. Perhaps you'll feel a little bit of warmth in the middle of your palm. As many of you know, the Gyan Mudra is the mudra of meditation and of knowledge. And now you can turn your palms back down onto your knees. And open your eyes. And take your first two fingers, your index finger and your middle finger of your right hand, and bring it to the bridge of your nose. And then take the ring finger and pinky finger to your left nostril. And the thumb will use your right nostril, work your right nostril. But we're going to begin by closing off the left side of your nose and inhale through the right. And then block both nostrils. And lift the skin on the left side and exhale through the left. And now inhale left. Block at the top of the breath. And then exhale right. Inhale right. Block and hold. Exhale left. So take a few more breaths for alternate nostril breathing, going at your own pace. And remember to hold the breath at the top. When you complete your next round, you can bring your hands back down to your knees. And once again, blink open your eyes. Take your arms out in front of you and open and close your hands. Tuck your thumbs underneath your fingers and make a loose fist to make circles with your wrists. And pause, and then go in the opposite direction. And pause, and then flip your palms up and point your fingers down and just wave your hands up and down to open the front and back of your wrists. And then bring your palms together. Interlace your fingers and reach your knuckles towards the screen, towards your screen. And then turn your palms away. Bend your elbows in and bring your hands to your chest and then reach your arms up. Bend your elbows in, press your palms away. Bend the elbows in, reach your arms up, And then bend your elbows in and press your palms away. Release the interlace of your fingers and wiggle them. And then with your hands facing one another, the palms, draw your shoulders forward and feel your shoulder blades spread apart. And then draw the shoulders back and feel the blades come together. Reach forward and protract your shoulders and pull back to retract. And one more time, reach forward and then pull back. And then take your arms up, turn your palms, exhale, and release. Inhale, reach up, turn your palms, exhale, and release. Inhale, reach your arms up, turn your palms, exhale, and release. Roll your shoulders. And then reverse. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach up with your left arm and walk out to the right side. Reach from your fingertips all the way down to the left sitting bone. And then come up, and then reach up with your right arm. Walk out to the left, reach and stretch. And inhale, come up. Take both arms up. Turn your palms and exhale. Reach up with your left arm. Walk out to the right, and then turn your ribs towards the floor. Inhale and open, and then turn your ribs. Inhale, open up, and turn your ribs. Inhale, and come all the way up. Reach up with your right arm. Walk out to the left. Roll your ribs towards the floor. And open. And roll your ribs towards the floor. And open. And one more time, curl the ribs. And then inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up. Turn your palms, and as you exhale, take your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. Let your sitting bones descend. Draw your navel in, and then exhale, twist ribs, chest, and shoulders. And reach your arms up. And now bring your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Press into the floor to lengthen. Draw your navel in, soften your lower back, and exhale, ribs, chest, and shoulders, and twist. Come back to the middle, bring your hands to your knees and round your back. Lift your chest and round your back, and lift up, and round your back. And lift up. Reach across your body with the left arm. Then back and across with the right. And back. Flex your palm on the left hand. Press into an imaginary wall. And back. And the same on the other side. And then come back. And then take your legs out in front of you. Slide your heels at the backs of your legs. Sorry about the pounding. And then with your feet flexed, scrunch and spread, wiggle your toes. And then point and flex your feet. And take your feet just slightly wider so that you can make circles with your ankles. And then pause and go the other way. And then bring your big toes together and pinky toes to the floor and just windshield wipe your feet in and out. Good. And slide your heels. And then bend your knees. Bring your hands to the tops of your knees And just draw your knees in towards your chest and lift your chest. Good. And then take the legs out in front of you. Bring your hands forward. Press your hands into your legs and lift up your chest and draw the back ribs forward. And then come back up. Take your legs out wide. And you can lift the sitting bone flesh away. And then just bring your hands forward. Make sure your toes and your knees are pointed in the same direction. And once again, spread your hands nice and wide. Press your hands into the floor and lift up your chest. Walk over to your left leg and reach through your right arm. Walk back through the middle, walk over to your right leg and reach through the left arm. And then come back to the middle, walk yourself up, hold on behind your knees, bring the soles of your feet together, and take your hands behind you. And draw your navel in, relax your shoulders, and just let your knees drop open. And then come forward, take the legs out in front of you, tap your knees again. Bring your hands to your ankles. If you can hold on with your index finger and middle finger, you can hold on to your big toes and press your thumbs into the big toenail and lift up. And then release, walk yourself back up. Take your left foot, bring it into your right thigh, and walk yourself forward. And walk yourself up. Twist to your bent knee. Come back through and twist to the straight leg. Come back to the center. Take your right foot, cross it over the left leg. And then take your left arm, wrap it around the front of your right shin, and take your right hand behind you. Twist. Come back to the center, tap your knees, and then hold on behind your left knee and bring your left foot into the right thigh. And fold forward. Walk yourself up, twist towards your bent knee, and then twist towards your straight leg. Come back to the middle, take your left leg, cross it over the right, and then use your right arm to wrap around the front of your left shin. And then take your left hand behind you, draw your thigh in towards your chest, and then exhale and twist. Come back to the middle, extend both legs, tap your knees. And one last time, bring your hands forward. Again, if you want, you can grab hold of your toes and lift up. And then walk yourself back up, and we'll come on to hands and knees. And maybe I'll start some music now since I didn't do that. I was wondering why it seemed so quiet in my room. So, all right, so come on to your hands and knees. Remember, you can always use a blanket or a towel underneath your knees. Excuse me, one minute. And from here, just, sorry for the delay, keep on your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Draw your navel up and in and round your back. And then lift your heart forward, round your back. And lift your chest and round your back. And lift your chest. Bring your big toes together, separate your knees, press your hips back, and come into extended child's pose. And then inhale, come up to table, and exhale, press back to extended child. Inhale to table, exhale, press back. Inhale up, exhale back, inhale up, exhale back. So we're going to add on a little here. So inhale forward, lower your hips, and then press back. Inhale forward, lower the hips, lift your chest, and press back. Inhale, come forward, lower your hips, lift your chest up, and then press back. And one last time, inhale, come forward, lower the hips, and press back. I'm going to add on again. Lower your hips, bend your elbows, press into the floor, and press back. So it's like a modified push-up. Come forward, bend your elbows, press up, press back. Inhale, come forward, bend your elbows, press up, press back. Last one, come forward, bend the elbows, press up, press back. And then walk yourself up. You can come to stand on your knees and step your left foot forward. If you have blocks, use your blocks on either side of your left foot. Check to make sure that your knee makes a 90-degree angle with your ankle. And then you can scoot your right leg back a little bit to help open up the front of your hip. And press into your blocks, lift up your chest. And then slide your hips back, straighten your left leg, walk your blocks back with you if you need to help straighten your leg. And then walk forward, press and lift. And one more time, slide your hips back, straighten your leg, and point your toe. And then come forward again. And reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your blocks and reach for your weights. So we're going to do some reverse flies. So begin by just bringing yourself slightly forward. And we inhale, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift, lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now you can set your weights down. Use your blocks for your hands. Step the left foot back. Step your right foot forward. Press into your blocks and lift up your chest. Slide your hips back, straighten your right leg. Come forward. Press and lift. Press your hips back, straighten the right leg, and then point your toe down towards the floor to open the front of your ankle. And then come forward. Reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your blocks. Reach for your weights. And we'll start reverse flies. Here we go. 1. Lift, lift, and lower. Lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And you can set your weights down and then step back with your right foot and bring your blocks up to the highest level. And walk them a little bit forward of your shoulders. And once again, come forward, lower your hips, press into your blocks. Actually, you may need to bring your blocks a little bit closer so that they're more under your shoulders. Roll your inner elbows forward, lift up your chest, and then exhale, press back, and let your arms rest on the blocks. And one more time, come forward, turn your inner elbows forward, and lift up your chest. And then slide back, let your arms rest on your blocks. And then come up onto your hands and knees. Use your blocks to step yourself forward, curl your toes on the right foot, come into forward fold, Uttanasana. If your hands are on blocks, then press into your blocks to lift up to a flat back. If you don't have blocks, bring your hands to your shins and press into your shins to lift up. And then bend your knees, bend and straighten a couple times. And then straighten your legs. Bend your elbows and let your ribs come towards your thighs. Press into your blocks, lift up with a flat back. Bend your elbows, let your ribs come towards your thighs. Press into your blocks, lift up. One more time. Bend your elbows, let your ribs come close to your thighs. Bring your hands down and then bring them to your hips. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Release your arms down by your sides and pause in Tadasana. So press your feet into your mat. Press the feet into the mat, lift up your kneecaps, descend the buttock flesh, lift your sternum, and reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Now inhale, take your arms up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your feet back for downward facing dog. Press your hands away, stretch through your legs and arms. Come up onto your toes, and then just pedal out your legs. And then come forward to plank. Press back for downward dog. Look forward to your hands. Walk your feet forward or step your feet forward. Inhale, come all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart. Just one moment. Somebody just joined and I don't think they're muted, so I'm hearing some noise in the background. So let me just check. Make sure everybody's muted here. Okay. Maybe that was, all right. Okay. So inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your feet back for downward facing dog. Glide forward to plank. Press back for downward dog. Look forward to your hands and walk or step your feet forward for forward fold. And then inhale, come all the way up. Reach up, bring your hands to your heart, and pause for a moment in Tadasana. And then reach for your weights. And bring your hands to your hips. Step back with your right foot. Turn your right hip forward and the left hip back. And then extend your left knee over your left ankle. Hinge forward slightly. We're just going to row. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm just going to turn so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to go back to my warrior one pose. Bring the weights up to your chest and we'll do some kickbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling and we'll just do some pulses. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bring your weights down by your sides. Straighten your front leg, bring your hands to your hips, and then step forward. Good. And now step back with your left foot. And draw your left hip forward, right hip back, and then bend your right knee. For warrior one, hinge forward slightly. And let's do 12 more rows. Here we go. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then straighten the front leg. You can stay there. I'm sorry. I'm just going to turn sideways. And then bring your weights up next to your chest. And let's do some kickbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Turn the palms face up and we'll do some pulses. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg, and step forward. And then let's drop the weights for a minute or two. And take a moment to just get your breath. I don't know about you, but I'm a little winded. So I'm just going to bend my knees, roll your shoulders, inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Bring your hands to your hips and step your feet wide. Turn your left toes out to 90 degrees and turn your right toes in. Soften your knee, turn your thigh, straighten your leg. And then reach your arms out to a T and relax your shoulders. Reach with your left arm, reach and cut in with your left hip. Bring your hand to your shin or to your, just below your knee, and take the top arm up. For Utthita Trikonasana, triangle. Press into your feet, lift up, reach back with your back hand, extend your left knee over the left ankle. For Virabhadasana 2, warrior 2. Look out over the end of your left fingertips. And then reach back with your right arm, straighten your left leg, bring your hands to your hips, and turn your feet. Turn your right toes out and your left toes in. Soften your knee, turn your thigh, straighten your leg. Reach your arms out to a T and relax your shoulders. Reach with your right arm and cut in with the right hip and glide, and then bring your hand to your shin. You can always use a block behind your ankle. And breathe. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach up. Reach back with your left hand. Extend your right knee over the right ankle. Look out over the end of your fingertips. Reach back with your left arm. Straighten your right leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. Good. And then hinge forward. Reach for your weights and come back up. Turn your toes out to the corners of your mat and bring your hands to your hips. And then lift the left heel and lower. Lift the right and lower. Left and right and left, right, left, right, left, and right. Now pause, find a focal point, and then lift up onto both toes. Balance. And then you can lower your heels down and lower the weights down just a bit. And let's start with regular bicep curls. So here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. And now for these bicep curls, we're going to do a few more, but we're just going to go from here. So start with your arms parallel to the floor, and we're just going to lift to the shoulders and lower halfway. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're just going to do 10. And relax your arms. And just pause. Bring the weights in front of you with your palms facing forward, or with the backs of your hands facing forward. We're going to do some upright rows. So let's lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then bring your weights up so your arms are like in goddess arms or goalpost arms. We'll do some presses. So anybody with shoulder issues, if you can just keep the weight here, that's fine. Or don't do the presses at all. It's up to how you feel. So here we go. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. Lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then lower down. So let's just take one, well, it's up to you. You can use one weight or both weights. We're just going to do a few plie squats. You can hold the weight on either end, or you can hold it if you have weights that have a head on either end. You can just hold it that way. It's up to you. Turn your toes out. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. And then grab the weights again. I'm going to put some of those exercises together. So we're going to start with a squat, curl, press, lower, lower, curl, press, lower, lower, curl, press, lower, lower, 5, press, lower, lower, 6, press, lower, lower, 7, press, lower, lower, 8, press, lower, lower, 9, press, lower, lower, 10, press, lower, lower, 11, press, lower, lower, 12, press, lower, and lower, and then slowly come up, and you can heel toe your feet together and set your weights down. Okay, so we'll do a couple of balancing poses. So if you have a piece of furniture close by, you can use the piece of furniture for balance. So we'll start with tree pose, as we usually do. Bring your hands to your hips. Find a focal point and fix your gaze. Press into your right foot, especially the big toe mound, and then take your left foot either to your ankle or to your calf, or if you can go all the way up, oops. Not happening for me today. Bring your hands to your heart, wherever you are, and reach your arms up. Good. Release your arms and release your foot. Bring your hands to your hips. Fix your gaze. Press into your left foot, especially the big toe mound. And then reach for or take your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or maybe all the way up. There we go. Bring your hands to your heart and reach your arms up. Whoa, good thing I had that piece of furniture there. And now release your arms, release your foot. And just pause for a minute. And then reach around for your left ankle with the left hand to stretch your quad. So make sure your knees are in line with one another. Good. And then release and take the right leg up. And if you want to try, you can reach around with both hands behind your back. And release. So reach around for the inside arch of your left foot with the left hand. And then just reach up with your right arm and hinge forward. Good. And then come up. Reach around for the inside arch of your right foot with the right hand. Reach up with your left arm. Close. And then hinge forward. And then release. Bend your knees and roll your shoulders. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up. Exhale, hop. Inhale up. Exhale. And then roll yourself down. Come to lay down on your back on your mat. And let me just adjust my screen a little. And have your weights nearby. We're going to do some additional work. Okay. All right. So bend your knees and have your feet flat on the floor. And before you pick up your weights, lift your hips up a little bit. Slide your buttock flush down to lengthen your spine, and then place the entire back on the mat. And then reach for your weights. Take your weights up high. So this time we're just going to do regular flies. So we take them out and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 5, lift. 6 and lift. 7, lift. 8, lift. 9, lift. 10, lift. 11, lift. 12 and lift. And then just pause for a moment. So as you're here on your back, see if you can keep a pelvic tilt as we're working through these floor exercises. It helps to just stabilize the body as well as engages the abdominals a bit. And then take your arms up straight. So we're going to do some skull crushers. So bend your elbows and let your weights come next to your ears. And then lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then you can set the weights down for a moment. Take your hands, you can interlace your fingers, take your hands behind your head. We're just going to do a few crunches. So as we start, we're going to lift the shoulders and lower. Lift and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then just come down, extend your legs, and reach your arms up overhead to a full body stretch. And then bring your arms down by your sides. And pause for a moment. And then bend your knees. Take your weights. And I think we'll do this a little bit differently. We may have done it this way last week. So take your, let me do this, wait a minute. I'm not doing this on the fly. I know what I want to do, but okay. So extend your left leg down onto the mat. Keep your right knee bent. Take your weight into your right hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift and lower, lift and lower. 3, 4. You can leave your leg up. You don't have to lift and lower the leg if you don't want to. So you can just leave it up and go this way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then take a moment, take a breath or two. Extend the right leg down onto the mat, or again, you can leave the legs straight up and just reach and lower. Whichever is more comfortable for you. It gives you the same benefit. One's not harder than the other. And then take your right hand behind your head if you want to have it cradled. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then you can set your weights aside. I think we're done with the weights. Even though the phones are muted, I bet I heard a chair. Okay. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Walk your hands down towards your feet. Press your feet into the floor. Press the lower back into the floor by doing a pelvic tilt. And then release. Press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And release. And press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And release. Bring your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And then hold on behind your knees. Take your feet up, rock your knees in and out. And then take the feet up a little higher, but again, keep bending your knees. Rock the legs in and out. And then bend your knees, hold on to the tops of your knees and let your legs fall away. Cross your left ankle over the right, separate your knees and make circles around your low back and sacrum. Hug your knees into your chest, rock them in and out. And keep the knees hugged in and rock from side to side. And then pause. Let your knees fall away, cross the right ankle over the left, and make circles again around your low back and sacrum. And pause. Draw the thighs in, rock them in and out. And hug them in, and rock side to side. And then bring your feet to the floor, extend your legs, extend your arms, and stretch your body. And then come back to the arms down by your sides and bend your knees again. Feet to the floor. Take your feet as wide as your mat and your arms to a T and just rock your legs from side to side. And take your legs all the way over to the right. And bring them up to the middle and take them all the way over to the left. And take them up to the center. Bring your knees together, bring your ankles together. Press your feet into the mat, lift up your hips and scoot your hips over to the left. And then let your knees drop all the way over to the right. Keep your shoulders on the mat. And your gaze can be out over your left shoulder or at the ceiling. And just take a few breaths. And then come back up to the middle, move your hips back to the center. Press your feet into the mat, lift up the hips, scoot them over to the right side, and then let your knees drop to the left. Come back up to the middle, bring your hips back to the center. And once again, rock your knees from side to side. And keep your feet as wide as your mat. And just bring your knees together. And let your knees rest against one another. This helps to release the lower back It opens up the hips, especially the sacroiliac joints, the side joints. And then you can walk your feet back to the middle, extend both legs. One last full body stretch. Do a pelvic tilt. Point your toes. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides, and you can prepare for Shavasana. So take the position of Shavasana that's the most comfortable for you. If you'd like to put a block underneath your sacrum and take your legs up, you can do that. Or if you want, just take a traditional Shavasana. If you have a bolster, you can place it underneath your knees and let your legs splay. In any event, as you bring yourself down, allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. So we always start and end class by bringing our awareness to the breath. So let your legs be heavy and feel them relaxed. Relax your hips. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. And relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax the skin on your face. Relax your scalp. With your eyes closed, lift your eyes to 12 o'clock and make circles with your eyes. And then pause and lift the eyes to 12 o'clock again and make circles in the other direction. And then pause. Lift your eyes to 12 o'clock. Take them over to 9 o'clock, across to 3 o'clock, and then down to 6 o'clock. Lift them up to 12 o'clock. Take them to 3, across to 9, and down to 6. And then just let the eyes float back to the center of their sockets. And imagine a wave of relaxation as if it were a veil. And this veil begins at the very crown of your head. It begins to unfurl as it covers your body and blankets it in a wave of relaxation. This is called Black-Eyed Susans. It's all here in this single stalk of Black-Eyed Susans. 24 small suns rising on a single stem. It's all here, the whole season of rain and dry days, a summer of sunlight, the waxing and the waning moon, crickets, spiders, and butterflies with stained glass wings. It's all here, buds and roots drawing earth blood up through stalk and shoots. Each blossom a universe, no galaxy greater than the ring of golden petals joined at the dark center. Answers not found in the fresh faces of the flowers are simply not worth seeking. Now you can begin to bring some movement back into your bodies. Wiggle your toes and your fingers and stretch your body. And then slowly draw your knees in towards your chest and roll onto your right side. And pause there for a moment. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and a long, slow, complete breath out. And then gently pressing into your left hand, come to sit in Sukhasana. Bring your hands to the center of your chest and lower your head, reminding us to surrender the busy thinking mind to the wisdom and intuition that resides in the heart. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. Namaste.